Let's go over 3 ways that you can treat your neck and shoulder pain right now. All you're going to need is a towel, rather at least somewhat lengthy one. Don't get like a washcloth. A lacrosse ball. You don't have to have a lacrosse ball. You could use a tennis ball. You could use a baseball. You could probably even get away with like a softball or a golf ball. My recommendation would be a lacrosse ball. And you'll need a wall. That's it. So, neck and shoulder pain can be tricky because it can be a little bit of both. A lot of times it could be a pinched nerve, and I tend to find people are having pain that runs through kind of the upper trap area. People could have pain that kind of runs down the inside of the shoulder blade, all right? And if it does radiate into the inside of the shoulder blade, make sure that you're getting your neck treated, because a lot of times people will go see physical therapists and chiropractors for a long time, treating the rhomboids, treating the lower trap muscles and the rib cage, when it turns out just to be coming from the neck. That being said, let's get into it. Let's start with the one with the towel. So we're gonna roll our towel up. So it's like this. I prefer you seated, okay, rather than standing with this. But what we wanna do is really open up the lower neck, okay? We wanna open that up, allow it to breathe, allow the nerves to get through there, allow some blood flow to get in there as well. So you'll find a seated position. You're gonna bring this around the upper back of your head, and you're going to pull it down. I like to breathe in, exhale. Now, I do want you to know from a side view, I'm not scrunching down. So if I were to do this from the side view, you can see right there how I'm keeping my chest rather up. I'm not allowing my whole spine to collapse. You should absolutely feel a stretch. You very well could feel a pulling sensation, but it should not be sharp stabbing pain. You might see out there a lot of people that are doing retractions, which is what they call the McKenzie method. I have not found success with that at all. I have found to go the opposite way has been very helpful for me. Of course, everyone's a little different, and it's always tough to provide you exactly what you need through a YouTube video, but I just want to kind of throw that out as a disclaimer, because you might see that out there for neck and shoulder pain relief exercises. So that's the first one. Try that one out. You can hit pause, and if you want to come back, we can move on. I would say do that 10 to 15 times for about a 3-second hold, and just see if those repetitions helped. But you'll know if it wasn't for you right off the bat. I just want to say that. So the second one, we'll use our lacrosse ball. And if you want to go hit pause and come back, that's fine. So we're going to grab our lacrosse ball. You can't quite see it, but my hand's going to go underneath my butt. I'm going to lock that down. And let's say that my affected side is the right side. Keep my chest up tall. I'm going to bring my head down to the side to kind of put a little bit of a stretch on it. And then if you have like a loved one or someone hanging around, they could probably even do this better than you could, but you are able to get some benefit by doing it yourself. So I'm going to take that lacrosse ball, and I'm going to kind of show you, I'm getting to like the base of my neck. I'm going to start with that, and you should find where you're tightest, okay? I'm going to work my way back just so you guys can see I'm right there. I'm working my way to the upper trap and kind of down into the shoulder a little bit. So that's a really nice way to get into some nerves, and I want to show you using the wall here. You could also put this in between your shoulder blade, okay? So that's in between my shoulder blade right now. I'm going to bring my arm over to open up and bring the shoulder blade away. And if you're referring, I got a nice spot right there. If it's referring from the neck into the shoulder blade, that can be a really nice way to stop a cranky muscle that's responding to your nerve that's irritated, okay? I like a lacrosse ball because it's nice and firm. Just seems to do a better job than like a tennis ball, but if you're really sensitive, a tennis ball might be totally fine. So that's the second one, okay? So we use the towel to open up the neck, which can help out with the radiating pain down into the shoulder. We use a lacrosse ball to do a self-tissue massage to help your neck and shoulder pain by addressing the scalenes. Your nerves come out here, got into the upper trap, and if it referred down into the shoulder blade, we use that. The third one that I want to show you is just using a wall. Remember, we have all these nerves that run all the way down through the shoulders, through the pec. We want to stretch that out. So what I'm going to encourage you to do, and you might have to start somewhat gentle, being if it's kind of irritated. So I'm going to keep you kind of down here to get started, but I'm going to try to bring my hand, straighten my arm, and keep my shoulder down and back. You might feel a good forearm stretch. You might feel some stretch through here. So what we're trying to do here is elongate the nerves, okay? Provide a gentle little stretch on them. If you're up for it, you can try to lean away, deep breath in, exhale, go a little bit further. If you can tolerate that, do that up to 3 times in a row. Exhale. You can see I can sink into a little bit deeper, so on and so forth. Now, if you did that pretty successfully, seemed like an overall good thing, I would crawl my arm up a little bit higher. We'll call that shoulder level. We'll try it again. So I get up there. I feel a good stretch already in my forearm. I'm going to try to lean my neck. Good, nice, good stretch on that. Good, we're about there. Deep breath in. I put my hand here because I want to cue myself to breathe through the stomach. A lot of you might find that you're naturally accessory breathers, where you breathe through your upper neck. So I like 3 series of 3 on that. So I would do that 3 times, elevate, do that 3 times, elevate, do that 3 times. And that could be a really nice jump start if you're dealing with neck and shoulder pain. So stick to whatever helps you the most right there. There's no perfect answer. You got to figure out what's right for you right now at this point in time. But I found those to be some of the 3 best ways that you guys can treat yourself right now if you're dealing with neck and shoulder pain. I hope that helped. Thank you.